So he's being called the next Andy Warhol. Now, preparing for this interview, it was so easy to understand why. His objective when creating art is to, quote, provide a new lens through which we can view the intricacies of life and learn to slow down and appreciate the little things. Wise words from someone who was once homeless at the age of 15. Now, his story of transformation is truly inspiring. We are so excited to welcome to the show via live Skype visual artist Daniel Mazzone to the show. Daniel, thank you so much for joining us. Where are you Skyping in from? Where you at?
I'm in Toronto. I'm in Toronto right now.
Toronto, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, actually, I just got from, I had a show in New York City. I'm just back now making a little bit more artwork and then possibly off to Los Angeles.
Wow. So you actually started work really, really early, at an early age, dealing with stained glass. Why was that your choice to do stained glass?
Well, originally, actually, when I was a child, my mother was a stained glass artist and teacher. So naturally, you know, I just used to sit at the table and do artwork with her. And I really enjoyed it. And she also made porcelain dolls. So I learned a bit about painting and stained glass. And then later on in life, I just sort of developed my own technique that my pieces would, you know, sort of look like stained glass as well. And but also that I could not just use glass, but I could tell a story with the materials I use inside my pictures as well.
Well, Daniel, we're looking at some pictures now, and it looks like you're maybe at Art Basel in 2015, I think it was, which looks amazing. But people are likening you to the Andy Warhol. The one and only Andy Warhol. How does that feel?
It's a very nice, it's amazing feeling. It's definitely big shoes to fill. It's you know, I think as an artist, you look at as Andy Warhol's, you know, someone who's kind of changed art forever. He's one of the pioneers of pop art. So it's definitely something nice and something motivating. If people look at you this way, it's very motivating to want to be as good if you could ever fill shoes like that, but it just pushes me further to be better and better.
Okay, Daniel, I mean, you know, you did in the past put your art on hold because you were sadly homeless at the age of 15, but when you got back on your feet, you pursued a career as a mortgage broker. What brought you back to the art?
Well, actually, so what happened was I got off the street, and I got off the street around when I was 20, and you know, I had to finish high school, and then, you know, quickly, you know, I never really thought about doing art anymore because it was more the thought if I wasted so much time, I had to, you know, sort of bounce back in life. So I went to school for finance, and then I got my stockbroker's license, and then the market had crashed in 2008. And mortgages were good, so I started doing mortgages, and I did really well. But I just wasn't happy. You know, I'd come home, and I remember telling one of my best friends, I said, I can't imagine this being my life forever, just going to work. And, you know, I didn't want to be one of those I hate Mondays people. You know, I feel really sad for people who look, I used to feel sad looking forward to the weekend, or I can't believe it's Monday, and then I never wanted to have that feeling anymore. So I decided to just start doing art for fun, and I had no intentions of selling it. And all I could think about, so I brought home a canvas, and I was going to paint initially, but I didn't have any paint at home. I had, you know, magazines and newspapers because I love to collect these sorts of things. So I just started doing collage, and I remember a lot of the stuff that I learned with stained glass from my mom, and you know, I just sort of developed my own thing. And I was having the time of my life. I would go to work and I couldn't think about anything else. Wow. And then a friend of mine who owned a restaurant said, you know, do you mind if I sell one of your pictures? And I said, well, I don't know if anybody would like it, but, you know, maybe just take one, you know. And I had no intentions of selling it. And he called me a few days later and he said, well, you know, come on in because someone bought your picture. And I said, oh, wow, I can't believe someone bought it. And he said, yeah, they paid $14,000 for it.
Wow.
And this is not, I didn't even think he was going to sell it for anything. And I think at that moment for me, it was more the, you know, I always wanted to be an artist as a kid, but, you know, it wasn't I didn't think it was a realistic career. And I think at that moment, it had nothing to do with the money, but more the fact that I could wake up and do something I love every day and not be one of those I hate Mondays people.
So you're saying that money doesn't inspire you, but what does? Is there people that inspire you? I saw a picture. It looked like it might have been Miley Cyrus. Are there people that inspire you to start a project, or where do you get your inspiration from?
You know, it's pretty much just life experiences and of the famous people, presidents, actors, singers. A lot of them are people that came from you know, a tough period in their life and sort of pushed through it and became great. And then a lot of the music stuff is like music that I love to listen to when I like to work. But then apart from that, I also do themes. Like I have a lot of new pictures that have to do with anti-war and love and being against the war. I know, especially everything that's going on now in the world. It's a really important topic for me. So it's just everything that inspires me, everything that comes out of my heart. I sort of make artwork to relate to that.
There was actually a billionaire hedge fund who, a hedge fund titan who actually bought 9 of your pieces. Take us back to that moment when when that happened.
Well, initially, actually, he was going to buy one, and he'd come to my show in Miami to check out the piece because he had never seen it yet. He'd only seen a picture of it, and I asked. He was kind enough to let me use it for my show in Miami, and he was in Miami, and he said, do you mind if I come look at it? And he came, and he loved his picture, and he loved a bunch of other ones. So he took them all. So for me, it was such an amazing experience, not only to meet such a nice person, but to have someone love it that much. Was that your biggest sale to date? No, there's a few people that have bought 10 or 12 now. It's funny. It's almost everyone who's bought one it's kind of become addictive almost. I think they all have more than one now. So it's a really nice thing. But I always like to stay close to the people who purchase too, because they become friends and just really nice people and people who support my love for art and my career.
On average, how long does it take for you to do these paintings? Because they look very intricate. I mean, there's so many little pieces to them. How long does it take to do just one?
That is the #1 question. It varies from piece to piece, but you'll see in even all the little black lines in all the artwork, that's all carved black paper. Wow. So, they take hundreds of hours each. It's a very, very slow process. And I resin them all so they look like stained glass as well. So that's a really slow process as well, but I love it.
Well, they are beautiful. Where are you going to be showing, where are you going to have like a next show or next showing where we can come and drool over all of your paintings?
Oh, please come. The next show will be at One Hotel for Art Basel. And I'm there all week. We haven't picked a date. I think it might be the Wednesday, but it's definitely at that hotel all week. So please come by.
Wow. Well, Daniel, your work is absolutely beautiful. Congratulations and best of luck to you. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Bye. And if you want to see more amazing art by Daniel, his website is simply danielmazzoneart.com. You can also find him on Facebook and Instagram. All right, coming up after the break, how does raising a child today compared to 20 years ago? And does grandparents play a role in all this? Dr. Alloway explains. Stay with us, y'all. We'll be right back.
The Corrine Brown Trial. Follow for